Good morning to all. This is for class 6 MSc. Class 6, today we are going to start our new chapter, chapter number 6, Take the Lead, the Aspect Motivator. Concept: a good leader is just responsible and has moral courage. She leads by example and has consideration for the welfare and growth of his or her colleagues. An ideal leader is sensitive to the needs and the aspirations of his or her subordinates and sets achievable standard before others. He or she does not lead you by the hands, but simply show the way and make the goal attainable with his or her insight, experience, and expertise. A good leader is a mentor, not a taskmaster. A good leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So, the basic concept of this chapter is how a good leader should be. So, a good leader should always be responsible. He should always be responsible towards his duties. And he should also have the moral values in him. If he will be having the moral values in him and responsibilities, the responsibilities that will be given to him he will fulfill all these things, then only he will be considered to be a good leader. A good leader should always be the examples to his colleagues. Also, he should understand the basic needs and the aspirations of his subordinates, and then he has to set some targets before their colleagues which can be achievable. Now, see, a leader does not lead you by the hand, only he will show the way. By his experience and expertise, he makes his team members to achieve the goal with an easy ease. A good leader is always a good mentor and not a taskmaster. Means he has to look after his team. But ultimately the goal has to be achieved by the members of the team. A leader should only lead the group. So it is said that a good leader is one who knows the ways, goes the way, and shows the way. Who know the way means he know how to achieve the success or how to achieve the target. Then goes the way means he knows very well what one has to do in order to achieve the success. Then shows the ways means he used to show that ways of achieving success to his team members, and he is leading them. So this is the concept of the chapter, how a good leader should be and what qualities a good leader should possess. Hope all of you understood. Now coming on to the overview of the chapter. I have never been worried about the earth. I am worried about human beings. I was trying to understand what India is all about, what India's people are all about, and that is how I stumbled upon the earth, and that is why earth became important to me. See, I have never been worried about the earth, but I am worried about the human beings, those who are living on earth. I was trying to understand what India is all about and what India's people are all about, what they are thinking, and how India is. What things are there in India, what qualities are there in the Indian people. So that is why earth become important to me. See, I am not thinking about earth, but I am thinking the people, those who are living on earth. That is why earth is important to me. So these were the words spoken by the noted environmentalist and founder of the Center of Science and Environment based at Dehradun, Anil Agarwal. So who said these words? These words are said by the Anil Agarwal, who was the founder of Center for the Science and Environment, that is CSC. Anil Agarwal, an alumnus of Indian Institute of Technology Kanpur, gave us a lucrative career in engineering to spearhead the most effective and relevant environmental movement in the country, which addressed the human-environment link, laying stress not on conservation but on the human sustenance and the population's dependence on nature for the survival. So now in this paragraph it is described about Anil Agarwal. Anil Agarwal, who did engineering from IIT, that is Indian Institute of Technology Kanpur, and his career was very bright, and his motto or his aim was to spearhead the most effective and relevant environmental movement in the country, in which the things that are included are environmental link, laying stress not on conservation but on human sustenance, how human has to be sustained, how they have to be survived, but on the sustenance, on human sustenance and the population dependence on the nature for the survival. So on these things he has to go in a deep way. Now, in 3 decades of the dedication service to the poor of his country, he established a standard model for the government policies on rural development and utilization of the natural produce. So after that he started servicing poor of his country, and after the 3 decades then he established a small standard model for the government policies, introduced the pioneering concept of gross national product, that is GNP, and was successful in molding public consciousness about the need for the sustainable development. He did all this and much more by the virtue of his acumen to lead and guidance an entire generation of technocrats, bureaucrats, teachers, journalists and common citizens on the path of environmental conservation and natural resources management. So the government policy that he introduced in order to develop the rural areas, all these includes the GNP, that is gross national product. And also he was very successful in making public interested in this, and he did much more and guide the entire generation of bureaucrats, technocrats, teachers, journalists and the common citizen on the path of the environmental conservation. So all these people he guided. Now Anil founded the CSC, India's first environmental NGO to analyze and study the environment development relationship. The CSC's citizen report on India's environment and level of degradation and its impact on the people set a benchmark for the consequent public thought and state policies. The citizens' report influenced the G77 position in the negotiation leading up to the Framework Convention on the climate change. It was the first time that the issue of equity has been raised on the global platform in context of global warming. And then after that Anil founded CSC. CSC is considered to be the India's first environmental NGO. And the main aim of CSC was to analyze and study the environmental development relation. The member of the CSC used to give report on the level of its degradation, India's environment, and its impact on the people. And the report given by the member of this NGO influenced the G77 position in negotiation. So it was the very first time that the issue of equity has been raised on the global platform. Now, Anil followed Nobel laureate Gunnar Myrdal's advice. You have the biggest strength in your country, and it is democracy. If you think there is something you want to change, you have the power to change it. Democracy allows you to change it. He used the power of democracy to drive his campaign. He allowed no one to come in his way, however powerful, and to achieve his aim, he reached out to all the sections of the society, the media, concerned citizens, students, civil society institutions, industries, government officials, and politicians. So now Anil followed one person's advice, and that person's name was Gunnar Myrdals. What he advised Anil? He said that you have the biggest strength because India is a democratic country. So that is your strength, democracy. That is your strength. If you want to change something, then you have the power to change it. Because democracy allows you to change the things if you want to change that. So now Anil started using the power of democracy to drive his campaign. He allowed no one to come in his way, no matter how powerful he was, but he did not allow anyone to come on his way. Then he reached to the different sections like media, concerned people, students, social society institution, and industries, and many politicians too. Now he had this question uppermost on his mind: how can India best use science and technology to meet the need of its people? He travelled widely, met all the sections of people, argued and discussed with the policy maker, and involved all in his quest for a better system for utilizing sustainable resources that nature gifted mankind bountifully. He emphasized the need for a holistic enrichment of the village ecosystem, including cropland, grazing land, forest land, surface and groundwater, the energy system, and the livestock system. So now he start thinking more and more, but the first question that arises in his mind is that how India can use the science and technology in a better way, in a way that science and technology should be helpful to the people. So in this context, he travelled widely and met all the people, and he argued and discussed with all the policy makers and involved all in his quest for the better system of utilizing sustainable resources. So he also emphasized the need for the holistic enrichment of the village. He emphasized the need means he keep for first and foremost thing the need of the village ecosystem, including cropland. In village ecosystem, all these things he had included like cropland, grazing land, forest land, surface and groundwater. Anil maintained that the woman's role was crucial in environmental conservation as its degradation affected them the most. Today his NGO CSC is run by his Portuguese Sunita Narayan. So now Anil maintained that the woman's role is very crucial in this environmental conversation. So he gives first preference to the woman only, and today his NGO, that is CSC, is running by a protege, and her name is Sunita Narayan. Now he launched a fortnightly news magazine, Down to Earth, in 1992. Under Anil's leadership, Down to Earth became an influential magazine that inform, challenge, inspire and provoke people to act for the environment. Most of all, the magazine has become a symbol of positive change. Its articles has resulted in the court action, NGO campaign and policy and lifestyle changed. So in 1992, Anil launched his news magazine, and its name was Down to Earth, which became very popular among all because it include all the informations and challenges and inspiration that provoke people to act for the environment. Means related to the environment, people can think, people can challenge, or people can act. And the biggest thing about the magazine was that the magazine became the symbol of positive change. Means after the launch of this magazine, the positive change was there in the country. Okay, for today till here the explanation is over. Then in next class I will provide you further explanation.